Lucas had everything: a mansion, luxury cars, private jets. His father, a billionaire tycoon, had built an empire from the ground up. And yet, Lucas felt trapped. Every day was pre-planned, every success handed to him. He didn't want to inherit greatness. He wanted to earn it. One night at a grand party, his father raised a toast. "To my son, who will carry my legacy." Applause thundered, but Lucas's chest felt heavy. "This is not my life," he whispered. That night, he walked out of the mansion with nothing but his phone, a wallet, and a hunger to prove himself. The real world was ruthless. Lucas tried everything: small businesses, investments, startups. All failed. People mocked him. "Why struggle? Just use your father's name." His friends laughed. "You're not built for this." His bank account drained. His confidence crumbled. One night, sitting alone in a tiny rented room, he scrolled through his phone mindlessly. Then he saw it. A simple image with bold words. "Millions will see this. Few will remember. Only one will change." Lucas stared at it. For a second it felt profound, but then he shook his head. How many times had he seen posts like this before? How many times had he felt inspired for a moment, only to forget the next day? He looked around his cold, empty room. This was it. Most people see inspiration. Only a few let it change them. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath. "I will be the one who remembers." From that night, something shifted. He stopped looking for shortcuts. Instead of searching for success, he searched for discipline. He worked till his body ached, learned skills till his mind screamed. He failed, again, and again, and again. But this time, he never stopped. Months turned to years. People forgot about him. Then one day they saw his name again, not as his father's son, but as the man who built something greater. The return years later, he returned to his father's mansion, not as an heir, but as an equal. His father smirked. "You finally used my name?" Lucas smiled. "Number I built my own." His father laughed, not in mockery, but in pride, because he knew Lucas had become something most never do. He was the one who remembered. Moral, inspiration is everywhere, but only those who act on it will ever change.